Look at project one and just the kickoff here. So this should be relatively short. Just give you an idea what we're going to be doing and where you can look for things. But also one quick little assignment that I will give you today. So open up the project one, right? Come down, hit the download. You'll have to click down here. I do have it open here. It's about a one page, less than one page that you should read through. Give you some ideas about what we're doing in addition to what I will talk about today. So you get that. Gads, what's it doing for me here? Let's hit that. I'm sorry. Project one is simply going to be the completion of some spreadsheets, which I'm going to call a workbook, okay, because there's multiple spreadsheets. I'll open it up and you can have a look at it. These are the types of spreadsheets that you would use, certainly, if you were wanting to start a business, and they're ones that you might use if you're running a business to kind of keep track of things, or they're very similar to the ones that would be developed as a result of running a business and whatnot, and that you should use very similar ones, if not these ones, to help you make decisions about your business as you move forward. Everybody please come and read the directions. Okay, they're relatively short, but please read those. I'll probably refer back to those. It tells you what to do if you're trying to change a cell and it won't let you, things like that, little things that are going to come up as you go through this project, and this addresses a lot of those. It's also a good reminder that if you come to something and you're having some difficulties, perhaps getting something accomplished with the spreadsheets, maybe go back and reread this because the answer may well be there. And I'll just these are the different spreadsheets. They look kind of daunting, but the only cells that you're really going to mess with are going to be these orange ones. Okay, a lot of the other stuff is going to get filled in. Notice this is all gold. So this entire spreadsheet, it's even bigger than what it looks because it goes all the way out there. But it's gonna fill in as you put in data into some of the other spreadsheets. And so these are all interconnected. So while it looks a little bit daunting, it's not as bad as it looks. Here's some gold ones. We might change some of these. We will change some of these. Okay. And these orange ones you're probably not going to enter anything into, and so again it looks a lot more daunting than it actually is, and they're good spreadsheets. This was put together by the Service Corps of Retired Executives. So in the end, we'll get it all done. We'll have an income statement and a projected income statement and a projected this is for multiple years, and then a projected balance sheet that also for several years. So we'll take a look at those. When we get all done, you should be balanced and it should kind of look reasonable, and those are my expectations, right? Not too difficult. You will note down here, and these should all be videos. They may not show up as videos there, but they should be videos. You could get ahead. These are videos I've done in the past, and they've just been brought forward when I brought forth the the Brightspace content that I had. So you could sure look at those, and if you wanted to get ahead a little bit, feel free. I don't have any problems with that. You can kind of work on it a little at your own pace, as long as you keep pace with what the assignments are going to be. So, what's your first assignment? It's this business idea, right? Okay, and there's probably a little video there, but all that is in this case, and this is where you're going to put it. It's just this: you just need to tell what type of business you have chosen for your project. Sorry, you should be able to type the information right into the Dropbox or attach a Word doc if you prefer. It should be something simple like a snow removal business. So you have to, to do these spreadsheets, right? We have to know what type of business. We can't just, do it without knowing what type of business we're actually gearing up for. So you need to choose a type of business. There are going to be a couple requirements. One, that you have at least one part-time employee. Two, that you borrow a little bit of money in the starting point at the front end. just because I want those items to be on the spreadsheet so you can kind of see how they look and how they go through all the spreadsheets and how they all interact and work together. So I think those are about the two main requirements, is that you have at least one a part-time employee or more. That's fine, and that you're going to borrow a little bit of money. Um, the piece of advice that I have, huge piece of advice, and please listen, is that you choose something simple. Okay, keep it scaled down. Even if your goal in life is to own a huge business that's a conglomerate and on and on and on, that's all wonderful and good. Um, and you could probably use this to maybe develop some of those ideas, but for this project, keep it small. It's easy to scale up once you kind of know the ins and outs of these spreadsheets. It'll be easy to then do a bigger project. For many of you that might go on to entrepreneurship, you might do that in this. Um, might use that in this, and so keep it simple. Instead of having a 12-bay diesel repair shop, start with, maybe I'm going to do mobile diesel repair, right? I'm going to buy a truck and I'm going to go out and service tractors on the farm, or trucks that have broken down by the side of the road, that type of a thing, right? Where it's small. Maybe you have a part-time employee. In that case, it's going to be your office help, send out the bills and whatnot. That person's going to come in and work 10 hours a week, that type of a thing, right? Okay. Keep it small, keep it simple. And I don't know if I have let me see if I have a date on there. I don't yet. Okay, but I'll put a date on there, probably for the end of this week. That should get us, that's the end of the month, isn't it? Yeah, actually the start of February. And so that way then we can get going on the starting point, which will be the next assignment. Again, you could listen to the old video if you want to, and that's perfectly fine, and get ahead a little bit if you'd like. There you have it. So the start of project 1. Thanks.